Hello everyone, thanks for checking out my video again today. This is probably the soonest I put out another video in quite some time. As you can see, I have a lot going on at my little workshop up here in the house. I made a promise a while ago for a very special video, and it really is special because this is a very difficult piece of hardware to find. Not so much the radio, but the housing. Ladies and gentlemen, and however you identify in today's modern society, I present to you here today an OEM Motorola XTS 5000 Model 3 Housing and Safety Yellow. These are significantly different from aftermarket reproductions, which, as you can tell, there's a slight color difference that you can't really tell looking at it with the eyes, but you can certainly tell the difference between the two through a camera lens. This is obviously aftermarket. There are some key differences between the two housings. Obviously, the coloration, also the accent marks, where you can see where it was 3D printed. You don't really see or have those contour lines on this housing, the OEM housing, that you do with a aftermarket reproduction. Still good though. As you can see, the side buttons are different. They're not as recessed. Obviously with the color differences, and then on the back, the labels are also different. So that's how you know that this is an authentic OEM fire yellow housing with an OEM FDNY knob. This is not an aftermarket 3D printed reproduction. My camera can focus. There we go. This is an authentic, God, camera's not acting right today, OEM FDNY knob. I'm going to get to this radio in just a moment. This is part of a trade. This radio is VHF, and obviously Model 3 with FPP. This radio right here is part of a trade between a good friend of mine. His name is Wally. We worked out a deal, and I think that he's going to be very happy with this unit here. I'm going to be using my hoe, my little side piece over here, the Baofeng, just for demonstration purposes. I don't have another XTS or VHF radio on hand for that matter, so let's go ahead and turn this on. Wally, I think you're going to be very happy with this unit. It is absolutely as close to mint as you can get. Let's go ahead and view the zone, view this channel. As you can see, it's VHF. Hasn't been molested or tampered with in any way. For the purposes of demonstration, I will be using this Baofeng. Watch your speakers, please. VHF radio check 1, 2. VHF radio check 1, 2. Yes, it does have the transmit clear alert tone set in there. Let's go ahead and put it in the service mode. As you can see, all the LEDs, keypad and screen are nicely illuminated. These radios have not seen significant service. Latest host version, DSP version, is also up to the latest release, I believe, if my memory serves. This does have secure ADP. That's the model number there. Just hide the serial number here. ESN. This is an 8 meg unit with a maxed out flash code. Receiving VHF, tuning version, and this is a Bravo 122. And again, it does have the FPP. You have your clock function where you can program your clock. You can mute your tones. You can clone the radio, I believe. Yeah, I didn't set up the TMS on this. But yeah, still a good old workhorse. If you can get your hands on any of the original OEM housings, whether they're in black or safety yellow, I highly encourage it. These radios are, as I've said in many of my previous videos, they are phenomenal. Let me just go ahead and verify the integrity of the radio for you. Oh, I apologize. Just bear with me for a moment. I have to cover my client's tag. And there we go. All legit tags on the original chassis with the model number. Still has the original vents. These radios have been very, very delicately used. I believe this one came from a GEMS radio that my department had. And they subsequently upgraded to, I believe, the Moto Turbo on the state system. So there was no need for XTS VHF radios anymore. Oh, just bear with me a moment. Sorry. Kid breaks the tripod every time, so kids. Still got my XTS 5000s over here. Got some 800 megahertz units over there. These are going to be going up for sale on eBay pretty soon. These are UHF. I have UHF and 800 megahertz units available. These were refurbished. These were refurbished by my workshop personally. Verified working condition, new old stock speakers and housings. And they came out fabulous. So, got a couple more of those that are going to be going up for sale soon. Also, we have some XTS 1500s, or actually no, these have been reflashed. They're 2500s. They're in the middle of a service upgrade now to be FPP compliant. I believe this one is the latest. Yes, this one is the latest to be flashed. So essentially all these 1500s are really 2500s that'll be going up on eBay soon. But Wally, hot damn, brother. I think you're going to be very happy with not only the deal that we had struck, but this radio in general, especially considering that the FDNY knob is extremely hard to get a hold of with its discontinuation. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, Wally. Like I said, I still have plenty of batteries, plenty of mics. I do have the VHF wideband antenna, or I have somewhere. Yes, the VHF. I think this is just the standard VHF antenna if my memory serves. So whichever one you prefer to use, I will include. I'm going to include the wideband, but if you prefer, you know how to contact me and get in touch with me. Let me know what your preference is. And yeah, I mean, it does, just to give you a little rundown, it does have MDC 1200 capabilities, as all my radios do. Of course, FPP. It also has the analog analog and P25 conventional in the flash code. I mean, it's a maxed out flash code, so feel free to look up the specifications as you see fit. But yeah, fellas, if you can get your hands on any more of these XTS 5000s, especially in this condition, if you have a trade, don't pass the opportunity up. The next video that I'm going to be putting out is a sought after video trying to explain how I facilitated this. Oh, nope, that's not it. Bear with me. Like I said, when you have kids, they break everything, so I don't have a tripod. I've been crying about it for a long time, but no one cares because, you know, you're dad. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to main ops. That's our 800 megahertz channel here for the workshop. I'm also on main operations here. So everyone was asking how you get the talk permit tone over digital. Stand by for a second, I'll key up. And you
can see my unit ID is coming across right now.
And then I'll do a little demo for you on this side to show that it is in fact my APX.
Radio check 1 2. Testing 1 2 3.
Now you can see that the encryption along with the top is flashing up there. You must have encryption activated in order to facilitate the talk permit tone with digital. Now, everyone was asking for a video about how to do this, and you gotta understand it's gonna take me a minute to go into the laptop, set up everything, and make sure that I go step by step so I can help you do that correctly. I mean, it's fairly simple. You're just activating the encryption and using the FPP function. You have to have front panel programming in order to switch the receive and transmit to digital and analog. It's only my first cup of coffee of the afternoon, so just bear with me. I'm gonna get that video up for you very soon. I'm gonna be using these radios here. In fact, I may also use some of these for demonstration purposes, and I'll get that video up for you guys right away. And we'll go into a couple more things also. I have some fresh radios that I'm gonna be going into a detail about, specifically the XTL 5000, as well as a flashback to the Motorola Astro Spectra. Most of these radios are still around and in use today, so if they're still around, they're still being used. I may even do another CB, a CB video. I gotta get my hand on a FM CB, because there's a difference now. They have FM CB and AM CB, and we'll get into that video soon. So, Wally, please enjoy this beautiful XTS 5000 Model 3 FPP and VHF with encryption. And everyone else, please stay tuned. Again, I'll be putting up more videos now that I'm back home. Health's under control, and I'll be sure to bring you guys more lovely videos about the hidden features, how to, and just basic knowledge when it comes to the XTS and the other radio series. So, this has been another video from Our Thin Lines, an associate of Our Daily Com Check. Stay tuned. See you soon.